Hey guys, it's Roblox Swim, and today I'm going to be going over the top 7 Roblox games that have tragically died. A dead game is usually considered with low player counts, or maybe it's just completely taken off the market for some weird reason. But today we're going to be counting down the top 7 dead Roblox games. But before we jump into the video, make sure to go to subscribe to the channel with post notifications on and like the video because it will be greatly appreciated and you guys can stay updated with my latest and greatest videos on Roblox Swim. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into it. For the first game on our list, we have Lawn Mowing Simulator. This game was very popular earlier this year and it was for good reason. This game was actually pretty fun to go ahead and play, just mowing lawns and upgrading your lawnmower, but with most simulator games, it seems like it has gone downhill. It used to boast a whopping 30k consistent players, but now it struggles to get 1,000. This is actually a shame because the game is actually still good and is still getting updates. But who knows, maybe one day it will actually get a brand new update that will bring a lot of people back, and it is summertime, so a lot of people may actually remember the game and want to go ahead and replay it. But let's go ahead and move on to the next game on our list. For the next game on our list, we have Lumion Legacy. Although this game isn't completely dead, it's a really fun game that is basically a Pokemon ripoff. This company has had some controversy in the past because Nintendo actually took down their old game called Pokemon Break Bronze, but they tried to redeem themselves with Lumion Legacy, and my, they actually did. They had 50,000 players at launch, a bunch of popular YouTubers such as Steak Noodles were playing it, and it was all a fun time. But the game hasn't really received too many updates and it felt more like a demo, leading to the decline of the game and now only having a couple of thousand players instead of having counts in the 5 digits. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one on this list. For the next game, we have Dungeon Quest. Although this game isn't really considered dead, in my personal opinion, a lot of people consider it because they actually have stopped playing it. And it's mainly due to the fact that they have become super overpowered because Dungeon Quest is a dungeon crawler game where you keep upgrading your player, and then once you get extremely OP, the game just isn't fun anymore. Dungeons that used to be extremely hard to go ahead and complete are extremely easy for the most experienced players, and that's why a lot of people have quit, and now the player count isn't even in 20,000 to 30,000 like it used to be. Now it's actually just 6,000, which isn't considered dead, but just a lot of people have moved on. But let's go ahead and move on to the next game on our list. For the next game on our list, we have Minecraft inside of Roblox. Yes, this was actually a thing way back in the day, 1 year ago. This was actually a pretty cool thing that a lot of YouTubers are showcasing, and it was actually pretty fun to go ahead and play. Even It's Funny managed to go ahead and play it, and that's one of my favorite YouTubers. But back to the topic at hand. This game was completely taken down, and this should be considered dead because Minecraft stepped in and actually took down the game, or Roblox, or one of the two, but it was a copyright strike and they just couldn't run the game anymore. So this game is considered dead, although it was very fun. But let's go to move on to the next game on our list. For the next game on our list, we actually have a game that is pretty similar to Dungeon Quest, and it's Treasure Quest, now only having a player count of around 1,000 players, and it seems like it kind of just experienced the same thing, exactly what happened to Dungeon Quest, where players get extremely OP, or the dungeons just aren't as interesting. In my personal opinion, this game is actually pretty enjoyable, and I find the graphics to be refreshing. But the game has died and has fallen off from where it used to be, around 20,000 players when Think Noodles was playing it, but now nobody really talks about this game anymore. But let's go to move on to the next game on our list. For the 6th spot on our list, we have Power Simulator, a game that was popular last summer, and it was for good reason. It was your basic simulator, but a lot of people enjoyed it and a lot of YouTubers played it. And it used to have a player count of 50,000, but now it can't even crack 1,000, which is actually insane. And the game is considered dead. But when I type in Power Simulator, one thing that pops up that is actually popular now is Super Power Simulator. Maybe that was one reason why it declined, but who knows. But let's move on to the next spot on our list. For the last and final game on our list, and I'm going to go ahead and put these two together, it's actually King's Peace and One Piece Open Seas. Both of these games have suffered from the game resetting multiple times. When you make progression in the game, it seemed like the developers actually have found some type of glitch and they needed to go ahead and reset everybody's money balance, and they tried to make up for it by giving everybody 3 times money boost, but it just wasn't good enough, and this kind of makes it so that the player is really frustrated and they just quit the game. One Piece Open Seas used to have 20,000 consistent players. It was set to overtake Blox Fruit, but with all these development flaws, it seems like it just wasn't gonna happen. Both of these games are based around the hit anime show, One Piece, and it seems like there could only be one game, and that was Blox Fruit at the very end. But anyways guys, that's gonna pretty much wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time on the next video on Roblox Swim. Bye!